And if Lars, maybe you know.
It kind of took us by surprise that this works. It's intended to be done by the 14th.
Anybody gonna join from your side to current meeting?
No. No.
Okay. Actually, I had a conversation today with Vadim. He told me that now he has experienced some problem with the current project, but he's going to join our meetings from next week.
Okay. Yeah, it can be possible. I don't speak with him about this.
Okay. So the current status for this week is next. During this week, actually, on Monday, from Monday till Wednesday, we have a... Eugene, could you please mute your mic because we hear noise? I believe that from your source. So we had a meetings on the Magento Live UK conference where we presented the multi-source inventory project and the current state of the project, and we with Eugene Tulika try to involve community into MSI development. We've got several feedbacks regarding the general idea regarding the source selection algorithm and how guys doing solving that problem. Guys who actually working with multi-source inventory. Also, we conducted Magento Contribution Day on Monday in London, and there was not a lot of participants, but 4 guys. But actually, working together with that guys during the day, we managed to prepare 2 pull requests, and now that pull requests are open and ready to be processed and merged. During the week I asked Lars to make a review of that pull request. I did not have enough time to review that pull request. I hope that I will have some time on Sunday, maybe on Monday of next week, to finish the review. Lars, did you have enough time to proceed with the code review?
Yes, the review is done, and I will starting now with the pull request from Thomas, and I will finish this. Yeah, and the review is done for this 2 pull requests.
Mm-hmm. So the long story short regarding these 2 pull requests, actually, in the scope of that 2 pull request, we were implementing 2 stories. Actually, the stories were about introducing such concept as a stock. So we already had in our code base sources, which represent the physical storages like brick and mortar store, and we introduced like index entities of stocks, and also we provided an ability to map them for the sales channel. And another story was introduced source item. So to specify a relationship between the source and the product on a source. So actually the source item is an interface which represents how much of particular product we have stored on some particular physical source. And actually that was done in the scope of the second pull request, which is beyond review now by our team. Also, we made a presentation. So this presentation is publicly available on SlideShare. I just shared it in a chat. Also, I added a link on our project page. So now on the wiki page, you can access this presentation as well. And I believe for now we have some demonstration, and Valeria can make it. And actually, today together with us is Felix, who is the architect of the MCOM side. So that would be probably pretty interesting to him to look around what the current state of the product MSI in MDC. So Valery, if you could spend some time and show like the current situation of the product, like source management, region management, and what we have now, that would be that will help. So can you share your screen, Valery? You muted.
Hi. So what do we have after several PR processes? We have source, we have base CRUD operations, we have grid with base grid functionality like a search, like filters, columns, and another. We can create source. We have extended address form. We can provide custom region. We can choose from predefined. For example, for United States, we can choose predefined. We can edit sources. Next, we finished carriers assignment. We can choose. We can use global shipping configuration, or we can override for special store some specifics links. Also, we have in system configuration some base options. Look like use only enable carriers, use on all, global. We cannot delete source. We cannot only disable, but now it is not implemented. And today I am work on UI part of product assignments. For example, click assign products. It is insert listing in UI component. We can choose some product. And we can see it's in dynamic rows UI component. We can delete. Selected products is listed in global grid. These UI components are synchronized. Saving assignment products is not working, is not implemented, but code that related to backend part located in source item management PR. And I going to work on next week on this PR. I added some code review, and I believe that I finish it to the next hour demo.
Okay.
That's Valeria. Valeria, it's I take also this the same pull request from Thomas, and I will work on the API part of this PR. Okay, then I must take a new pull request, or we must discuss about this.
Lars, it's not a problem that you took together this pull request, so we can work together. So actually, at the current stage, we are just making a code review. So actually, code review could be done like unlimited amount of participants could make a code review. So as much people doing a code review, actually, it's for better. because somebody could skip some problems potentially, but if many people are looking through the code, so that will eliminate the possibility that some problem would be left in the code. So if you or you're already trying to work with that code, Lars.
I will start starting after the meeting with to working with this code and implement the missing part for list and delete.
Actually, you can take that code. So, but just firstly, did you, Lars, try to contact with the author of the pull request and ask him whether he will continue to work on that pull request? So if
I ask him, and he tells me he have no time to finish this, and if you like, you can finish my pull request. It's not a problem for him.
So that's cool. So actually, you can take the pull request and you can consider Valera's and my comments in the pull request, and you can continue work on it. So you don't need to change. You don't need to find any other work. So you can continue to process this pull request, and we will make the code review. And actually, you already, as I understood, you already found some of yours notices to that code in the scope of your in the scope of your code review. So you can fix it and start adding new behavior like deleting.
Yes, I can start with this, but currently I cannot pull this because it is in a private repository of Thomas, and I think it will be a good way to merge this in the current in this branch of this repository, and then I can pull it to my local branch, or because I cannot pull this from his remote branch. I don't know why.
Valera, can we after this meeting, can you please change the source from the develop branch to some another branch and merge that pull request to another branch and provide that?
I already created branch. I take this code to our branch, and in this our branch we can work together.
Okay. So,
okay, nice.
Okay, so could you please provide just the name of the branch to Lars, and he will continue working? Cool. Okay, so that sounds like a plan. And one more question, Valera. You already showed that you making a product assignment to source. So do you use any kind of the service layer and interface is defined like source item interface?
No,
Is it just UI part? So
it is just only UI part.
Okay.
I create pull PPR with only just UI. Next, I going to merge PR with stock items and process him.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Okay. So
let me show the stock items which we developed last week.
Okay. You can share your screen.
Okay, so if you remember this part, this is back to this high-level design where we will have sources and channels, but in between them it will be some kind of aggregation of different items from the sources, and it will for us it will work kind of a map so that we can access this information from different sources fast when we do the sales channel mapping. And this intermediate thing called stocks, and stock is just a kind of entity in our database which will provide this many-to-many relationship between the sources and the sales channels. So stocks categorized by itself just by some name and ID, and later that name and ID will be used to identify the different stocks. Now, let me show what we developed so far for it. First of all, this is the UI part. If you go to the stores, right now we have separate menu item manage stocks. I'm not sure that it makes sense to have it as a separate menu item. Probably it will be moved somewhere later to some kind of button on the source edit page. But right now we have separate page, manage stocks. And it starts from the grid for all existing stocks. As I said, it has just ID and the name, and you are able to add a new one. It categorized just by some name, so we can add some, let's say, Germany stock. And Germany stock will combine all the sources for the Germany for particular sales channel. So we can save that, and it will appear in our managed stocks grid. Besides, we introduced a web API for it. Actually, not web API, but API interfaces, which will be, so you see here we have Germany, which will be later will be used for the web API. So they are inside the inventory API. You would see a new interfaces for stock and for the stock search as well. Also, what's left to be done as a part of this story is actually connection between the source and the stocks, some interface which will allow us to manage the dependency between source and stocks, and that will be subsequent task in this story. So that's it.
Okay, nice. So actually, Eugen just presented what was done in the scope of the one pull request, which is now beyond considered and reviewed during the Magento Contribution Day in Magento Live United Kingdom. So this is our current update, and looks like our plan for the next week is to finish processing these two pull requests and merge them. And Lars and Valera will work on it. And actually, I will provide my code review for both of these pull requests not later than on Monday. And do we have any open questions and maybe proposition now?
No.
Okay. Lars, how many time you can consider you can spend on a current week for the MSI project?
I will work on this evening, and I will work on Sunday at a late, after lunch. And yeah, I think 10 hours like this.
Cool. So on Sunday I would be already in Ukraine, so I can provide you any assistance you need. So you can ping me in Slack, and I would be online. Okay, guys. So if nobody has any question, probably we can finish our meeting, and still keep tuned. If you have any question, just ping us in a Slack channel, and somebody from the team will reply. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.